precious scorekeepers. It is time for another episode of The Score, the last of 2025. This is the podcast where we talk about arts and culture as seen through our queer black lenses. As always, I am your co host, Rocky Jones. Apologies if there are any uh, technical difficulties, but my
Mhm.
microphone decided to
Mhm.
crap out right before 2025. She said, I'm done. I'm going
What
on
a diva.
vacation.
Mm.
Can you blame her?
Not at all. Mm-mm.
Not at all. Not at all. But those two wonderful, beautiful, rich voices that you are hearing are my two incredible co hosts. Of course, we have the incredible, lovely Paige Reynolds. Hello, Paige Reynolds.
Hello,
How are you
hello.
doing?
You know, swell. It is cold outside, but my heart is warm.
Oh.
Aw.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
that's like the holiday spirit.
I know, right?
I feel like I'm drinking a gingerbread latte in like a
Right?
magical small Hallmark holiday town.
Exactly. I'm trying to get my Hallmark movie on, except just like blacker and gayer.
Ah.
Yes.
One of me and my good friends went out yesterday and did like a little shopping in what is now being called Minneapolis's Lavender District. That
Oh.
little,
Oh,
yeah, like that little corner of Lindale and Lake Street.
okay.
And in that one area, you have the Smitten Kitten,
Mm-hmm.
queer owned and ran sex store. Um, but I don't know, more than that, because they're very educational. They're very, very involved in the community. You
Mm-hmm.
also have Umbra Arts, which is a queer art gallery, but also has a coffee shop in there and shares space with Twin Cities Leather. And then you have uh another adult store, Bondesk, that is also like very queer and trans friendly, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, they're just like, because there's all of this in the same area, like it's kind of become a lavender district, and these businesses also work with each other and support each other. So me and my friend went to two of the three yesterday. And then went and had like drinks and burgers in this
Mm.
cozy little like random place and just, talked a lot of shit. And it was, yeah, it was giving a little movie, a little Hallmark situation, and it was real cute.
Ooh, all right. Well, now all you need is a Christmas tree farmer that you knew in high school. And No, but that's so
Exactly.
cool. I did not know that that was called the Lavender District now. Good to
Yeah, it's
know.
it's it's a new thing.
It
It's a
matches
new
your hair.
thing. Right? Thank you. Yes, that's also a new development.
And of course, what would we do without the indomitable Dr. Lee Bynum? Hello, Dr. Lee Bynum. How are you?
Hello, hello. It's cold outside and
Yes,
it's
it
cold
is.
in here.
Oh, but I
Yeah.
hope not in your heart.
Mm.
Okay, well. You're a mean one, Dr. Dr. Bynum. Well, we have two sides of the spectrum. That's exciting.
It's a balance.
Well, like I was saying, this is our last show of 2025. And we are going to be taking a little hiatus just to rest and prepare for whatever fresh horrors 2026 has in store for us. But we just wanted to take some time today to just reflect on 2025. Dr. Bynum, I'm curious, how was your 2025? What just in general, do you have a sort of high level sort of any thoughts, feelings, the peaks and valleys of 2025? How was 2025 for you?
Um, it was it was one of those years where I feel like I got to experience everything, ups and downs, new things and some monotony and some horrible surprises and some really wonderful moments of people showing me the best of humanity. Like I feel like I got to see it all this year.
Wow.
Yeah,
Hmm. The,
yeah.
the width and breadth of the whole human experience
It
in one
really,
year.
really was, right? And I would prefer 26 not be quite that. I wouldn't
True.
mind if it, like picked a lane and hopefully it's a positive lane and just kind of lean into it. I think the sort of ups and downs of this year were a bit much.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
was it?
well, aren't you as an Aquarius? Aren't you currently in eclipse season? Am I incorrect with that?
You are absolutely correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so I can imagine you might be going through it a little bit.
Yeah, there's just a lot. There's a lot going on. And I am the kind of person who I like to take things like one at a time,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I feel like lately life has been like, nope, we're going to deal with five different kinds of problems all at once, whether you want to
Ooh.
or not. And,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is very good training for adulthood. Nobody's getting any younger and life is not getting any simpler. But I's tired now.
Yes. No, I feel you because I mean, well, you all know 2024 kind of
Yeah.
chewed me up and spit me out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2024 was a lot, and then 2025 started off with a bang. 2025 was a lot, but like it's weird because I just started. Um, I had my first session last week with a new therapist.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. And it finally, because my therapist who love to death, shout out to John. He was awesome and helped me out so much for like between 2028 and 2024. He retired in January of 2024, right when we were starting art class. And he was just like, I'm so proud of you. Your career, your life is headed in such a positive direction. And I'm so proud of all the work that you've done. And then he went and retired, and then my life blew up. Uh, and I finally was just kind of like, okay, let me, you know, like now that the dust has kind of settled, it seems like let me actually kind of sort of breathe and perhaps start talking to somebody again about just sort of where I am now and this sort of new different person that I am here at the end of 2025. um and we were sitting down and he was like, if you don't mind me asking, like who was the therapist that you were working with before? And I was like, oh, his name was John so and so. And he was like, wait, John so and so? And I was like, uh-huh. And he was like, John so and so was my therapist.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Isn't that insane?
Small world.
Right?
yeah. Isn't that a conflict of interest on some level, maybe?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't
Hmm.
I don't is it?
I don't know. You better like
Wow.
watch some old episodes of Dateline or something. I feel like stories like this.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Oh, are y'all my therapist now? I actually feel okay about it.
Oh,
I
okay.
I didn't think it was. I just thought it was a funny coincidence. I don't think that. I think perhaps like he's familiar with the methodology that
Mm.
our former therapist used to use. So like, perhaps when I like mention something, like it's sort of like a shorthand. Like there were a couple of times where it was like, oh yeah, like remember when John used to say, "Oh yes, 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 yes," you know. So,
Hmm.
but now, but now I guess I should be paranoid.
I don't know. I just don't like when
Oh,
people are in my
no.
business.
Well, I don't think I don't think anybody's feeding information to anyone. Anyway, I just say that just to say that like I don't know, it's weird because like, 2025 was so insane,
Yes, it was.
especially at the beginning and like the
Oof.
first half of the year. And then
Yep.
like, I
What
got
about the middle and end?
well, I'm just saying for me personally, not like
Oh,
collectively as a society.
like, what do you know that I missed? Okay.
No, just for me personally. And then like I got my new position and it was just sort of the, learning a new job and learning new systems and all of these things. And now I'm just sort of at this place where personally like things have just sort of calmed down and the dust has settled. And now I'm just kind of like, I don't know, I'm a little bored.
Oh.
I've been on a roller coaster for 2 years, and now I'm just kind of like, what's next? What
I
are we
really,
doing?
really feel that.
Right?
I feel that. Yeah, the beginning of this year was, you know, it was something. It was something. There's been lots of growth. There's been heartbreak. There's been new jobs in
Mhm.
2025. And now it's just like just real even. Just here. I have a normal, regular schedule. I don't have projects I'm freaking out about. Yeah, it's just I'm also like experiencing boredom sometimes. That's new. I haven't felt or
Hmm.
I haven't felt that in a long time.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm learning how to sit with it, honestly. My my body has kind of been like there's nothing to do right now. There's no actual emergency or emotional emergency or mental emergency. Like we're just good. We're just and we can just do what we want in this moment. Okay, I guess we'll read a book. Like just
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. Isn't
Oh,
it
that
it's
sounds so nice.
yeah, well, you'll get there one day, Lee.
Hmm. 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 But peaks and valleys. There's peaks and
Peaks and
valleys,
valleys, peaks and
Uh,
valleys.
joy and pain, sunshine and rain. Frankie Beverly really snapped. That song got me through at some points this
mhm.
year. Said, look, there's both.
Yeah.
Life requires both.
Yeah, I woke up this morning. Do you all wake up in the morning with songs in your head? Is that
Oh
just part of
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
For some reason my song today that I've just been like humming while I was like brushing my teeth and like making my coffee was Nice for What by Drake. And I was just like, okay, maybe this is the energy that I need to be taking into 2026.
I love that. It's still Sagittarius season. Turn
It
up.
really is. It really is. And what a beautiful, peaceful Sagittarius season it has been, I have to say.
At least personally, the rest of the world,
No, the rest of the world, I
child,
don't I don't know what y'all are doing out there.
particularly in the Twin Cities and this, ugh, I don't even know how much I want to get into it, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
what the fuck, what the
Yeah.
fuck, y'all? Like, what?
it's all so
Why is
crazy.
our deranged? Not even our. That's not our president. The
No,
the you
there.
know who
Yeah.
somebody their deranged president somehow has a vendetta against East Africans right now. Like that's his new thing.
Just like out of
Out of
nowhere
the
one
clear
day.
blue
Out of
sky.
Yeah, yeah.
nowhere. It's absolutely giving like angry racist grandpa
Hmm.
with dementia who
Hmm.
just like is just becoming fixated, has these weird fixations that have just become the focus of his aggression for no reason.
For absolutely no
No
reason.
reason at all.
It just came out of nowhere. People were minding their business. And then
Yeah.
it managed to unearth so many unfortunate in-group conversations that are
Hmm.
holdovers of a type of imperialist project that way too many people have bought into. And it's exhausting.
It's exhausting and it's incredibly sad
Yeah.
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 and scary.
And very scary, right?
Hmm. No, we've literally at my job, at my office, been talking about, so what is our plan?
Mm.
Hmm.
If there's ice in the area or coming to this building specifically, like let's all talk about our response and what our rights are. That's that's where we are as a community, as a society.
But it has been heartening to see the community fighting back.
Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because, Minnesotans do not play, and especially in the winter, like, this
Yeah.
is, we're on home ice.
Right.
Quite
Literally.
literally.
It's like, look, it's sub-zero and I'm prepared. I don't care. I got wool socks, long johns,
I got,
snow boots,
I've got
a
the
heavy
boots,
parka.
I got the gloves.
Try me. I will be out here in these streets longer than y'all can. Ice.
Oh, just to see that video last night of the people outside the hotel where the ICE agents are staying in sub-zero temperatures, like negative 20,000 degrees,
Yep.
outside playing music, marching with the signs, making all the noise so they can't sleep.
Hmm.
It was like,
Hmm.
y'all did that. That's
Absolutely.
that's that's my
That's
state.
community.
That's my state.
Absolutely. Listen, don't play around with us. We live north of the wall. For our Game of Thrones fans, look, we're
Mhm.
built different up here, okay? Y'all summer children don't know.
No. Nope, 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 nope. And that was like when all of this started, like that was sort of my immediate reaction. I was just like, "Oh, y'all don't even know what's about to happen." Like it's about like the temperatures are about to go off a cliff and y'all are
Hmm.
not going to be want to be out here in these streets doing this foolishness.
No, a bunch of dudes from Texas,
No.
like,
No, we
no,
saw what
no.
happened when in Texas when it dropped below 32 degrees.
Yeah.
We remember.
For
Hmm.
all the nerds who are listening, I feel like the whole year of ICE has been such an exercise in watching the collapse of federalism
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
everything is like centralized in the mind of Stephen Miller, who has no idea about any of the local context. So like ICE drops into places and has no idea like what the community response is going to be, let alone what nature is going to do. Because the way that they found that they couldn't play the same kinds of games that they play in other parts of the country in Brooklyn, the videos of ICE just getting chased out of town. What is this? Like
Yep.
it's not just horrible and racist, it's also horribly inefficient and a waste of money.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't realize that coming up here that like the Somali community has been here
Right.
for a while.
Like a long
For a
time.
while, are fully integrated into the community and like,
87% citizens. I mean, so what is
yeah,
even the point of that?
yeah.
It's like they haven't even bothered to research any of these places to have any sense of what actually is happening. Not that ice should exist in the first place, but you'd think if they were pouring this kind of resource into it, it would be, I don't know, organized, thought
Oh, but
through.
that's not their thing. They
Right.
don't.
No.
The point is to terrorize, not
The
actually
point
to
is, yeah,
accomplish
the point
anything.
is the chaos, and the point is the cruelty, and like this idea that like, okay, well, we're just gonna randomly select a group and descend upon, some poor, unsuspecting part of the country, and then all the other marginalized groups around the country will cower in fear because they won't know when we're descending upon them. And it's like,
Hmm.
it, from what I'm seeing, at least, it's having the opposite effect. And people are just sort of saying, like, okay, well, we'll be ready for when you come and we'll fuck you up. So, what are we doing here? Like, it's all just, I mean, it's terrifying, but it's also so silly.
I mean, this is my thing of it, right? Like they can't feel like this is going well for them either. Like I'm actively not even understanding if you're not even getting the benefit of people being as terrorized as you think they're going to be. Like I don't know. I really don't. I don't understand what they're doing or what the people who support it think that they're seeing.
I mean, maybe I need to watch more Fox News and maybe I'll understand, but at
It's
least
actually
I've,
not been that elucidating.
oh, okay.
Uh, I mean, I'm actively trying to figure out like, is there a narrative on the right that says the economy is like doing well and
Yeah,
the ice
there is.
raids are great, but they're
From
not.
what
But
I'm
the people
seeing,
aren't. Well, the people aren't buying it though, because
no,
it's not.
no.
It's not believable. I mean, you don't get a 37% approval rating with just lefties not liking you.
Yeah, yeah.
This is. I mean, the country's in shambles.
Well, this line that they're peddling, that the affordability crisis is a hoax. Like,
Meanwhile, people are broke as a damn joke.
like what?
I'm,
Like, how can you say that with a straight face?
and
When
knowing that the same,
there's plenty of info out there about like, I don't know, BlackRock. Like we
right,
know.
right,
We know.
Hmm.
Come on.
right. And we just saw the story play out with Biden, who
We
kept being
did.
like, the economy is way better than you think it is. And it's like, sir, I know exactly how good it isn't. Like I'm alive. And I don't understand how anybody it blows my mind. And I mean you kind of have to hope it's just his dementia and everybody bending to that because that's at least a logical explanation of how we got here, even if it's a stupid one.
But do you think he's the one that's actually like making any of these decisions, or is he just the figurehead?
I,
And
I
it's
think
just
it's a
this
mix,
this
which is what the
loose,
problem
yeah,
is.
exactly.
Agree.
It's just this sort of loose coalition of like angry racists who are sort of in his orbit, and whoever sort of has his sort of ear last sort of pushes him out on stage to push whatever rhetoric, and then puts a little, like a pen in his hand, and guides it as he's signing whatever ridiculous executive order is going to make people's lives worse. And it's just all these competing agendas.
I 100% think that's part of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I also, the fear of him and the way that that has sort of pulled out any ideological core that was meant to exist on the right, I think is also part of the problem, like a
Mm.
huge part of the problem. So they're just afraid of of like a voting block they don't understand. So they can't make any kind of coordinated decisions, but because they are in power sort of across the government, like it's just showing up in this like bizarre and scattershot set of like absolutely horrible and contradictory and like flying in the face of reality policies that it's like destroying the country in a way that's wild to see before our eyes and happening so quickly across the board. It's like
Mhm.
none of this was built on any kind of solid foundation, and it's so easy to undo the whole thing. Like it's been what? We're just shy of like 12 months and
Mhm.
already like that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the like warmongering is also a big like
Yeah.
disconnection point from like what their
Yeah.
basic people actually wants. Like I've heard many times actually people who, are Republican or conservative. Part of their thing is that like what are it's often like what are we doing in other countries? Like
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
like focus on America first kind of thing.
Hmm.
Like they actually don't like seeing that of like just wars being started all over the place. They're just like, can we mind our business? And also a lot of the times they're like, especially poorer or like rural communities, like see more people being recruited, being deployed for the military.
Mm, yeah.
This was like a thing I remember reading about in the early 2000s with the war in Iraq, and like how like a lot of areas in the Midwest, like where I'm from, like in Michigan, saw higher numbers of people of people going into the military, higher numbers of families affected, and a lot more people being like, fuck this, why are we over there, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then
Yeah,
come to
they're
find out that we're over there for the most specious of reasons.
Hmm.
yep. Yep.
And now even more, like, now we're gearing up for war in Venezuela, and it's just sort of the
The
pretense for
hell.
this is so obvious and just just nakedly like for the same reason we went into Iraq. We need oil. We want oil. We're gonna steal all the oil. Like literally, like, we took over a ship, like a Venezuelan ship in the Caribbean last
Right.
week because of drugs. Meanwhile, the Honduran president who actually was running drugs into the country got pardoned. So we know this administration doesn't actually give a fuck about drugs. But
Mm-mm.
anyway, let's you know get on this boat, look for drugs. Well, since we're already here, we might as well like keep the oil. Like, isn't is that not piracy? Like we're pirates now. And isn't that what we got mad about the Somalis for a couple years ago?
I
So,
mean, you
I,
lost me at them putting a heroin addict in charge of, over all of our healthcare. I mean,
Yeah.
man,
and an alcoholic allegedly as the new Secretary of War.
war, war.
uh,
Meanwhile, your favorite president is out here just acting a complete fool, talking about give me a peace prize while starting wars in multiple countries and not actually ending any of them. And that went on for how many months? As if that were something you could campaign for, like it was a Golden Globe. It was so bizarre.
I mean, and I think that's the whole thing about all of this, is that it's so bizarre. And from 2016 to 2020, we lived in this bizarre world. But at least like there were some guardrails. like, there were enough people in the administration who were part of that sort of old guard Republican establishment that were like, well, actually, there is a rule of law, sir. Like that's a thing. The rule of law is a thing. Um, and now that's completely gone. And so
So
we're just,
quaint.
yeah, right? Isn't that what an interesting little fairy tale notion. And now that's just completely gone, and we are just really seeing what the true American id just looks like.
Yeah.
Like we are just seeing under the hood all of the wounds that never healed, all of the original sins that were never atoned for. Like they are just here. Pluto's returned.
Mhm.
She's back, honey. And we are really seeing like what the American experiment really is, what it was founded on.
Mhm.
And it's ugly. It's ugly as people have said
Yeah.
for
And
for
embarrassing.
centuries. And embarrassing. Embarrassing as fuck. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's not us.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Hmm. Hmm.
but
But it's
it's
super embarrassing,
but it's
child.
very embarrassing.
And but where do we go from here? I feel like to me that's been one of the really challenging things to think about because,
Hmm.
you know, whatever happens with this current administration, it's clearly not going to last forever. But there isn't a version of reality where we can just go, like, oh yeah, I'm going to the office holiday party and half of my team are people who voted for Trump 3 times 5 years ago. Like that, you're still going to be that thing, right? Like this is the moment that now we have to reckon with all of this is out. The cat is out of the bag, right? The pony's out of the stable. Pandora's box is wide open. We can't pretend anymore.
3 times. That just boggles my mind.
So wild.
But
Right.
yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
to answer your question, I don't even know. I
Yeah.
just don't know where we go from here because ostensibly, we have 3 more years of this,
Hmm.
but there's a very good chance that they are able to rig it so that this is indefinite. So yeah, what do we do?
Yeah.
How do we protect our peace? How do we protect our communities? I mean, I guess we just keep organizing and keep doing what we've been doing, but
Yeah, we got to get the hell up out of here.
well, and that.
Hmm. Hmm.
I mean, if this is like okay, this is indefinite. I mean, that's an opt-out moment.
Well, except not to be um fatalist. um, but I mean, this is kind of spreading all over the world. So,
Well,
if you
I
can't go to
mean,
Bella Noches, where can you go?
I mean, there are what, 200 countries? I'll try another 100 before I'm gonna sit through this foolishness.
That is true. That is true.
100%. I mean, just hearing from people who have moved abroad, or, you know, or at least spent extensive time abroad. Uh, we who live in the United States don't realize just how much violence and inequality
Yeah.
is normalized
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
here
Yeah.
that is not normalized in other places.
Yeah.
Like we don't even realize there are places where the police don't carry guns at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Most places.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. There are those realities. Yeah.
Like I was just scrolling last night. I mean, silly example. But I was just scrolling last night and I saw this video of this white man who was doing a live on a Chinese social media app. And he was just like, "This is what I'm eating for dinner tonight." And it was like a little sandwich and like a little tiny carton of like fast food mashed potatoes. And he was like, "Yeah, this is just sort of like a typical dinner, just, weeknight, whatever dinner." And like all the people like in his life were like, "Oh my God, I feel so sorry for you. Are you okay? That's all you have to eat for dinner?"
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my God. And you just see his face and he's just like, "Wait, this isn't normal. This is oh, and also this cost me like $20." And
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, me and a friend were talking about this with the cost of food here. We were just
Hmm.
like, it's hard to remember sometimes that like food actually should not be that expensive.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
In many places, it is also common for you to eat out or have like street food and have it be affordable because they know that it is a lot for somebody to cook all of their meals by themselves because that is what they can afford. Like that
Yeah.
is really difficult. So you can get a meal for what amounts to a couple dollars here, you know? Like there are other realities.
Yes, there
Yes, there
are.
are. And
Yes,
There
that's
are
there
the
other
are.
realities.
thing. That's the thing. I remember when I first moved here and I experienced my first winter. I was just like, people live like this? Like, it could be so much better. There are better worlds out there that you actually can choose. And maybe if we all just somehow collectively choose to live in a better reality in 2026. I don't know how we do that. But to just somehow shift our perspective, our thinking, manifest something different.
Yes,
Yep,
yes, yes.
yep. That is my hope that that can be a uniting force across different people of different beliefs and different backgrounds of just like, okay, we all know something better is possible. And we all want that instead of this. We may have some disagreements about how we get there, and we'll come to that. But we all know there's a reality where food can be affordable, where we can have healthcare, where there can be good schools, where we can have good infrastructure because we've seen it. We enough of us have seen it in other places. Like there's that reality exists, and we agree that we want to get out of this one and move towards some other ones. That is my hope. That is I I know it is not that simple at all, but yeah, I don't know. That's all I can hope for.
Some education would go a long way in getting us there. People
Yeah.
would want more if they understood there was more they could want. Because sometimes
Yeah.
I hear people talking
Yeah.
about, you know, something, socialism, healthcare, ah. And I'm like, like, your brain doesn't even know that if you lived anywhere else that is industrialized or even moving towards being an industrialized nation, this sort of notion of like healthcare not being a thing that everybody gets, or housing not being affordable, or internet not being a thing that the city provides, like it provides a street. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
all of this stuff is easily doable. We've just been tricked into thinking that certain things are supposed to cost a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And all of the stuff that you're scared that would happen to you under socialism and communism is already happening to you under
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Say that.
Mm-hmm.
like most industrialized nations think that having a populace that is healthy and housed and not worrying about, paying $40 for a DoorDash Big Mac is actually beneficial to their society. Imagine that. Not keeping people cold and starving and homeless and then rounding them up and putting them in a for-profit detention center for the crime of being cold and starving and unhoused. Imagine
What
that.
what if people voted for people not because they were like, oh, they're just like me, but because somehow they were giving off some sense of, I don't know, moral rectitude,
What a
you know?
concept.
I mean, one of the things that I've never understood about the American populace. Like, oh, I want a leader who I can go get a beer with. Like, I don't want that at all.
I don't either.
No,
I
I
don't,
want
I
I,
want
somebody
you to do
who's
your job.
I want somebody who's wildly smarter than me.
oh, absolutely. Somebody who's really high functioning and doesn't have time for that because they love thinking through my problems.
Yep.
No, that's the president and the vice president, secretary of state, speaker of the house, governor, mayor. You know what I like about Mamdani? He seems like he's into solving people's problems and helping
Hmm.
people out. Like he
I was
seems
just
like
gonna say the
he
same thing.
likes it.
Hmm.
Boy, does that feel good.
He sounds like he
January can't get
likes
here.
listening.
Yes.
Hmm.
And really thinks it's part of his job. It is to like make living here work for people. And we just had a mayor who, whatever he thought his job was, it was not that.
I don't even know what that man was doing.
He was way too mixy. He was way too mixy. His job was to be a
Really.
supporty. His job
Oh.
was Instagram selfies, okay? With your favorite celebrities.
He was the Ava Coleman of mayors, but not
He
even that
was.
good.
He really was.
Oh my God. Well, maybe that's the energy we carry into 2026. Like thinking about Mamdani, thinking about sort of
Mhm.
this new generation of millennial leaders who like actually give a fuck. And maybe that's what will give us hope going into 2026. Maybe we carry that with us. And also like somebody who can go into the White House and manipulate the fuck out of Donald Trump. Like I know you think I'm a fascist. It's okay, you can say it. He's so cute on the bridge.
That was wild.
That was insane.
Weird. I was like, what is going on here? What is going on here? But I think I know. I do think I
Mhm.
know. I think
Yes, you
Mom
do
Dottie
now.
charmed him. I think
Hmm. Hmm.
I think Mom Donnie seems like he can charm anyone. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Hmm.
Mhm,
He's got the
mhm,
riz.
He was looking down at Trump like, good boy. That's right.
He sure was.
But let's not talk too much about that because if he gets wind of it, then he'll he'll no, you did he didn't do any of those things. He would no.
No.
No, 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 no. Well, I guess let's maybe carry that teeny little kernel of hope into 2026 and also hope for a wonderful, fruitful, exciting year when it comes to arts and culture. I am
Mm-mm.
excited for, what is on the horizon, what our artists are out here and they're going to create, um, in spite of all of the challenges ahead of us. Um, but we kind of want to take a look back at 2025 and some of our favorite cultural moments and some of our least favorite cultural moments. So I think we'll do that after the break. What do y'all think?
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, on that note, we'll be right back. All right, and we are back. It is time for our best and least best of 2025. I want to try and be a little bit not quite so harsh because I don't know. I think when it comes to artistic endeavors, I think some are more successful than others. So I don't want to discourage anyone from going out there and trying to create by saying worse. So we'll say least best. But does anybody want to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
I will start with my best of the year, and that was Sinners.
Yep. Yep.
Yes. I
Top
think
of
we
my
all
list as
have
well.
that. I think we all have that on our list.
Yep.
Yeah, everything about it was great. And I hope we are not doing a show in about 6 weeks where we have to be mad with the Oscars.
Well,
But
I don't know. The prognosticators, it seems like it might be going that way.
of course it is. And I'll
Hmm.
tell you why. Y'all already know. I ain't even got to say it.
Sinners was one of those movies though that was so good where I'm like, I don't care what anybody else has to say. I don't care if you want to
Yes.
validate it or not. I do not care. What I do care about is that niggas went to see that movie 50, 11 times
Yeah.
and could see it 50, 11 times more and
Yes.
not get
That's
sick of it. Like, I watched it and I was like, this really was released in major movie theaters across the world. How did this get through? This is so good. How did this get through?
And in addition to it just being a staggering work of art, and for me to say that about a fictional non-documentary offering, I'm just saying. But I mean, it really was just, it was fun, it was poignant, it was sad, it was infuriating, it was scary, it was all the things. And it was just beautiful to look at.
Yeah.
It's just the
Mhm.
production design that alone should win it every technical Oscar possible on the planet. They should invent new new categories in order to honor it. But I think one thing that we did not talk about in our episode that we did about Sinners, is the deal that Ryan Coogler
Yeah.
negotiated when he got it made, negotiating with Warner Brothers, that after 20 years, the rights to the movie revert back to him. So,
Mhm.
and whatever huge share of the profits that he's getting in the meantime. So, and it's a deal unlike, anybody is getting in Hollywood, let alone black filmmakers are
Mhm.
getting in Hollywood, and it's setting a new standard. Um, and the fact that he was so confident in what he was making that he went into these offices and he says, "This is what I'm worth. If you want
Mhm.
this movie, this is what you're going to have to pay me." And in 20 years, he is going to be getting a bag
Yeah.
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 off of the back of something so, and so often, all these people like getting all this money for producing just slop and crap and stuff that doesn't have anything to say about anything. Um, and something that and he has just created that is something that is just so moving and beautiful
Yeah.
that I just hope it just inspires, more talented filmmakers to just sort of follow their visions, and to really create something beautiful and to know their worth.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
Say it again. Say it again.
Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good lesson to all of us artists.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mm. Speaking of artist or art that moves us,
Yes.
uh Sinners was like I don't know, a galvanizing kind of event. But there was also a loss that had uh
Mm,
big impact on me. D'Angelo passed.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost a lot of people this year,
Yeah.
but something about D'Angelo becoming an ancestor
Mm,
just hit different.
yeah.
And like I appreciate the seeing so many people reflecting on what his music meant to them, um and on his personal brilliance, but also just like the lineages of music that he was calling on and that he had learned from. And I feel like it was just a moment of honoring him as a black musician, honoring black music in general, people kind of being reminded of how much that like authentic soul music is, I don't know, just central
mm-hmm,
to our culture, and how, I don't know, just how important it is to make art that you feel in your soul. And that isn't just not just for like commercial success.
Mm.
um I think about like how there people talk about there's some songs where I still don't know what D'Angelo was saying, but I felt it. We didn't know what he was saying, but we knew what he was saying.
Yes.
Like there was a feeling to it. And I think that was just like such an important reminder. Like I think often when sometimes when people pass, like there is a thing that they leave behind for us. There's a part
mm-hmm.
of themselves or their life that like we are meant to hold on to, or that gets passed on to us. And I remember like just a lot of artists describing feeling like, wow, D'Angelo passed. I like my work suddenly feels more important, or I feel re-energized, or I feel a greater sense of purpose, um to go and create and do my work, like the deep inner work and the like actual making of the art. um yeah. And also I think it was important, like reflective moment in this time of like AI music artists.
Mm,
And this time of AI music artists, and this time of just some really lifeless music that is somehow getting labeled as R&B or
Woo.
R&B adjacent.
it's
Like D'Angelo was like, let me remind you, let me becoming an ancestor remind you of what R&B actually is. Let it remind you of the root being rhythm
mm-hmm.
and blues being about the soul. And if you don't feel it, like it's not R&B, it's not soul music. And also just re-emphasizing that these are Black genres.
I mean, it's barely music if you don't feel it.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
precisely.
yep, yep. Agreed. So yeah, rest in power, D'Angelo.
Yes.
Well, one of mine is sort of related to to what you were talking about at the end there. I mean, it's a small, relatively thing that happened. Well, I don't know if I want to say that, but um perhaps it wasn't as impactful for as many people. But I think that when we are talking about arts, when we're talking about culture, I do think that criticism is important, and
Mm,
critique and sort of thinking about sort of the social impact that art is having
yeah.
is really important, and it's really important to share that. And I think like what we do here, we are taking a look at, we are three Black queer people, um, talking about our experiences. And a few years ago there is a podcast called Still Processing that was
Hmm.
put out by the New York Times, that was also a couple of Black queer people, Wesley Morris and Jay Wortham, doing a lot of the work that we do. Um, and how excited was I when my feed popped up with Wesley Morris's new podcast, Cannonball. Um, and
Mm,
I'm just really excited that there are more Black people and queer people in these spaces who are bringing their experience with our art, with our
Yeah.
culture into the mainstream, especially for, an outlet like New York Times, which I don't
Hmm.
always agree with or subscribe to, but that Wesley is getting a platform to talk about. And especially like as an elder millennial, like so many of the experiences that I had growing up, and the way that they shaped me and the human that I am and the way that I consume art and the way that I see the world. And to sort of bring that level of understanding, to bring that love, that joy of, recently there was a whole episode about D'Angelo and his impact, and um, just the way that he's just so smart and funny and cool. And someday I would love to have him on the show. But yeah, for me, that was just really cool and really exciting, and just sort of a little thing that sort of popped up that was like a nice little surprise a couple of months ago. Like, oh, cool, Wesley's back. So, yeah.
Aw.
Yay.
Yay.
So, who has a least best? Mm.
mm.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many least bests of the year. It's kind of hard to settle on one.
I mean, I have one I can go into, and it
Mm.
really hurts my heart to say this.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes me really sad, but my least best was Eurovision. And I think
Oh.
yeah,
Oh.
and anybody who knows me knows that it's my one of my favorite times of the year, because it's just glittery and sparkly and gay, and just a time to just sort of turn off sort of your critical thinking and just have some fun, right? Just some sparkly European gay pop music, the geopolitics of it all. But it's like fun geopolitics. And in 2022, Russia was banned from the contest, after the invasion of Ukraine. Um, and the same cannot be said for Israel and what has been happening the last couple of years. And what happened this year in the contest, which was the most upsetting, stressful moment I, that Israel was in the lead until literally the last country gave, submitted its votes. So literally everyone in the world, and it was a bad song. and they been accused of using robocalls in order
Hmm.
to
Mm,
juice the vote, allegedly,
mm.
and literally everybody on Earth in Europe sat there with their hearts in their throat, just like, oh my God, is this about to happen? Until whatever the last country was submitted their votes, and Austria went ahead of them
Wow.
with a terrible song. But it's fine because at least um and I was just like, I don't ever want to experience this ever again. And the
Yeah.
way that just sort of the events of the world and the events that have been happening in Gaza have now infiltrated the fun little sparkly gay sing-song show. And then recently, this past week, the European Broadcasting Union refused to even have a vote as to whether, like, among their membership, as to whether, Israel can continue in the contest. And now, at least five countries and probably more will boycott
Mm.
this year. So shout out to Ireland and Slovenia and Spain and Iceland, and I'm forgetting the fifth country, but shout out to them. And I'm sure more
Hmm.
countries will follow suit. And
Mhm.
so Eurovision is going to be a mess anyway this year.
Well,
So yeah, it just fucking sucks.
Yeah.
mm.
And it was a really shitty contest on top of it, and none of the songs were that good or that fun. And we had this giant albatross of genocide hanging over
Hmm.
our heads, and so couldn't really enjoy the art. And yeah, so and I don't think I'm going to be able to watch it this year, just with my morals and values and ethics, if they are still allowed to be in the contest. So one of my
Yeah.
favorite things in the world has been demolished. Thank you,
Oh,
Donald Trump, and Benjamin Netanyahu,
Hmm.
and so yeah, Joe Biden.
well.
Yeah. So that's my least best.
Ah, sad, sad, sad.
Well,
Ah.
one of my top ones of the year was the boycott of Target by Black Americans.
Hmm.
That actually made me pretty happy. Um, I don't shop at Target, not like for any grand moral reason. There just aren't any over here. So I never really think about it. But I like when people put their money where their mouth is because I think it's one of the most effective ways to send a message in this country. Maybe it's the only effective way to communicate when you were completely unhappy with the corporate entity. And I just appreciated that people leaned into a thing that they really believed in, and the message was received. Um, have no idea what the fix is going to be on the other side of it, but we also saw those Q2 and Q3 earnings, and you know, people hit them in the biscuits, as they say.
I mean, I know I haven't given them. I mean, we live in Minnesota, so Target
Oh,
is
that's right. That's right.
Target's a big
Yeah.
thing around these parts, but
I'm
I
like, there are
have.
no targets over here. Y'all are like, oh, right.
Because they are headquartered here in the Twin Cities. But I know I have not been inside a Target, and I can't even remember the last time I was inside a Target.
Yeah. It's been hard to avoid for some things that I know only are there, but I can count on one hand the number of times I've been there this year. They are kind of everywhere in Minnesota, but not there nearly as much as I used to be. So, yeah, most things you can get elsewhere.
Yeah,
And
you
maybe
you
should.
absolutely can and should get elsewhere. And
Hmm.
and you said that, message was received. I don't know if it has been, because they really haven't been making a whole lot of changes. And I think that's why, people still aren't going back. There's been no apologies. There's been nothing. In
Oh, that
fact,
wasn't the message I meant. because I'm not expecting them to change. I'm not
Mm,
expecting them to capitulate. I just want the money to be elsewhere.
yes, yes.
And they are aware of that.
And I wonder I wonder if even more people got the message. Did you see those gift bags that they gave out on Black
Oh
Friday?
yeah, I did
No,
see those. Oh, it was
People,
offensive.
they
what's
were
that?
like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna open up at 5 o'clock in the morning on Black Friday, and if you wait in line, we're gonna give you a gift bag full of like really cool, like awesome shit. And people were like in the sub-freezing temperature to like sub-zero temperatures, like at like 3 in the morning, waiting for hours for the Target to open up for them to get these gift bags, thinking that there's going to be, I don't know, diamonds and shit in them. I don't know what the like a PS5 and a diamond ring. And y'all, it was a pack of Uno cards. It was some electrolyte powder. It was a lip gloss. And it was just like, this is what this corporation thinks about you and your time and your health.
Mhm.
You've been out here waiting in this line, like in negative 40,000 degree weather for like 14 hours to get some Uno cards. That's what Target thinks of you. That's how much they respect you and your business and your time. So like maybe like you see it, they are playing right in your face.
Mhm.
So maybe you don't need to give them your time or your money or your attention. Just maybe. But I guess I'm never getting a job at Target, but
I guess you're not.
but that's okay. That's okay.
One of my worst of the year is not a specific event, but an overall cultural shift. It is just the shift toward like more um conservative and like whiter kind of preferences specifically that I'm noticing in like fashion and beauty
Mhm.
Yes.
and health and wellness and that kind of realm. Um yeah. Yeah, I would like people to stop it right now, especially as someone who was there around circa 2000 2007 kind of era. um it was bad. It was bad. I remember we've been here before of being like
Hmm.
obsessed with thinness.
Yeah.
um I mean, there's just a history of that in this country anyway, which shout out to that book, Fearing the Black Body, The Racial Origins of Fat Phobia. I feel like this is an excellent time
Hmm.
Hmm.
to read that book or reread it. It's on audiobook too. Um, yeah, and just like the embrace of more plainness and neutral color palettes, the whole like clean girl aesthetic thing, um the lots of like thinly veiled thinspo on the internet and more weight loss stuff. Of course, there's
Mm.
Ozempic. Oh God. Um, yeah, it's been ugly. And I've just been glad for myself that I am I am in a place where I am grown and have done a lot of my healing work around body image and around anti-blackness and anti-fatness, that like stuff is not getting to me, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um like it's not getting to me on a personal level at all. I more so worry about like younger generations
Mhm.
that are on the internet a lot, that are at a time where they're more like just mentally emotionally susceptible to those kinds of images, more likely to internalize them and think that something is wrong with them, more likely to feel the need to be, um, I guess, accepted, to be. There's a lot that's tied into how we look, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that's tied into that. And so, if anything, I worry about particularly younger generations who are more obsessed with like fitness and buying skincare,
Mhm.
especially um like, girl, you are 15, you don't need to be that worried about retinol at that age. Like, calm down.
Mhm.
Like, like that's the kind of stuff that I worry about.
I mean, the biggest show of the summer was Love Island, and that girl who was like 19 and showed up with all those fillers and Botox in her face, and everybody said she looked like the
Mm.
Saw doll. And I just was so struck by just like you were a baby
Yeah.
and you felt like somebody made you feel like you look old and your face isn't the right shape, and so you had to put all this stuff in it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yep. Yep. There's even the mm, should I go there? Yep,
Go
might as
there.
well. The
Do it. Take us with
the
you.
the discourse around Wicked and around
Mm.
the appearance of Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo
Mhm.
compared to how they looked before they started working on this film. On one hand, I tend to agree about not picking apart people's bodies. There could be
Mhm.
different, all kinds of stuff going on. But on the other hand, optics do matter. And what we are seeing, what is being shown to us, is not like just like innocent and unintentional,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and these images communicate certain things. So I'm thinking about like, what does it communicate to have them both be visibly very thin and thinner than they used to be? Um, in all of these, there's a lot of press around the movie. There's a lot of interviews of the two of them together. Um, yeah, just okay, I'm thinking about like, what message is that sending? And if there are deeper things going on that are contributing to weight loss for both of them. Um, and even if that's happening, even if it's that, there still could be some unhealthy things that are worth talking about. Is it
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
the rigor of making these two movies? Well, that I don't know. That might be unhealthy and also something to talk about. Like, if
Yeah.
it has you, if it has you losing weight to that degree. Um. So yeah, I don't want to be like uncritical. I understand people wanting to respect folks and all bodies and different bodies and such. I love that. I'm with that. Um, but yeah, we have to be critical, and often the same people saying that are not offering the same grace to people who are fat.
No.
Yeah.
They're making a lot of meaning out of that and drawing a lot of conclusions from that. Uh
Yeah. Let's go have a
so
conversation with Lizzo. See what she thinks.
Mhm.
mhm. Mhm. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, just the overall, thin, petite, demure, and uh not ruffling any feathers and wearing neutral colors and looking clean and everything clean
Clean
and
girl.
put together and all of that coming back this year. Hate it. Don't like it.
what I
It's
was
a low.
what I was talking about, the aesthetics of fascism.
Yeah. Yeah,
What I'm
exactly.
talking about. That's
Exactly.
precisely what I'm talking about when I say that.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
Can I talk about a happy thing though?
Go
No.
for it.
Well, I'm going to anyway. And I'm going to go all the way back to last January when we met the fabulous Anya Nerve, and I just want to shout
Oh.
her
Yes.
out here in December because, girl, you need some flowers because I feel like I have not heard Anya Nerve's name nearly enough since she won that
Agreed.
crown. Fabulous, black excellence, so funny, so gorgeous, so black, so perfect. If you all do not
Mhm.
understand, know who I'm talking about, the most recent winner of RuPaul's Drag Race, just so talented in every single way. Like, just go on TikTok, like search for Onion Nerve and just find her just singing like old Broadway standards, jazz tunes, like pop, like one of the most talented artists that I feel like has come through that show in a very, very, very long time. And I can't wait to see what she does next. I can't wait to see what her step down look is going to look like at the next at the end of the next season, which is coming up in January. I am just so excited for more Anya Nerve in my life. So
On your nerve.
Agreed.
On your
yes,
nerve.
absolutely. Absolutely. Cannot end 2025 without saying Anya
Mhm.
Nerve.
Mhm.
Anybody else? Well, I think we can end it on
Mhm.
that happy note then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
happy note. I like
Yeah,
that.
I like a happy note. I like a happy note. But I guess things are going to get even happier because we still have some pure black joy to think and
Yes.
Yay.
talk about. So we will be right back with that. And it is time for Pure Black Joy. This is the segment where we talk about all the black people, food, art, music, people, places that are making us happy this week. So, Dr. Bynum, I will turn it over to you.
Yes, yes. So, as we conclude this rotten ass year, I will say one thing that I have thoroughly enjoyed this year, and I guess I saw it coming, but I didn't really see it coming, is my nephew learning to talk.
Aw.
Oh.
It's been so cute. He's now, two and 2 and 3/4. So we're able to have entire conversations, and he has so many perspectives and knows so many words and like names of dinosaurs and all kinds of things that are absolutely fascinating. And I just, you know, love getting to see my brother in this very different mode of, instead of being a little brother driving me crazy when I was a teenager to being like someone's dad and doing such a great job at it. It's, breathed such a lovely and new spirit into my whole family. It's the first grandbaby, so
Mm.
we didn't. I keep saying no one knew what to expect. I feel like my mom knew what to expect, and the rest of us are the ones who are shocked. But it's been so delightful. Just I don't know, getting to watch a little human turn into a slightly bigger human. I'm really enjoying it. It's been a highlight.
I love that. That's so
Oh.
cute.
It's so sweet.
Aw, well, I'll just say that my pure black joy, I think at the end of every year, I think mine is largely the same, which is just that I'm just really thankful for the two of you and this
Oh,
platform that we
Oh.
have and for your friendship and for, bearing with me through all of my ups and downs and craziness, and for, always opening yourselves up to me and being vulnerable and sharing and letting me into your lives and into your psyche and allowing me to learn from you. And I think that goes for all the scorekeepers out there. For all of you letting us into your for letting us come into your ear holes.
Yes.
With our nonsense, and you all stick by us. It's a very interesting. You look at the analytics, and we have a very steady audience, and so you all just really have stuck with us through all of our many trials and tribulations and ups and downs and adventures. And so I really appreciate all of you all out there in podcast land as well.
Aww.
Very sweet.
Since we're doing some personal pure black joys, uh, one of mine of the year has been, I mean, obviously y'all, and definitely y'all, and all the folks that who are friends who I've also like collaborated with over the year.
Mm,
There's been a lot of just like artistic collaboration this
Mm,
year. And to me, like, I don't take that lightly. Like, it's all been on things, on projects that, like, I enjoy and that matter deeply to me. And to me, that can be like a really sacred relationship, you know?
mhm,
Um, and so I'm just ending the year like really grateful for that. It's a really special way to um, get to know somebody and get closer to them, having a creative project that you work on together. Like you're seeing the workings of each other's imagination and
mhm,
mm,
and creative process. And if you're working on something over a period of time, then you're also seeing the ups and downs of their life, and you might be seeing like the things that make them excited and the things that are like scary for them or that are harder to do or harder to make art about and show to others. And so I am just super grateful for all of that this year, and with some amazing black and brown folks across just different backgrounds who I've gotten closer to. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for y'all. I'm grateful for all the
mm,
people who worked on my show. I'm
mm.
grateful for
mm.
other people's work that I got to be part of. And yeah, just hope for more of that in 2026. It was really a balm for the absolute shit show of 2025 and all that was going on in the rest of the collective. So,
Mhm.
yeah, more of that is carrying me through. Hmm.
Aw. Oh, my heart
Yeah.
is warm again, like it was at the beginning. Where's my where's my high school lumberjack? Well, that's gonna do it for us for 2025, I guess.
Ooh.
My
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah, we are going to take a little
Oh.
break. We're going to take a little hiatus, everybody. But we are going to be back towards the end of January. And I hope everyone takes some time for themselves to rest and relax. Um, can you hear what's going on upstairs?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, good. Anyway, everyone take some time to rest and relax. Enjoy this holiday season, whatever it is that you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate anything, that you just take some time to just breathe. Take some time to yourself. If you can, go out, have a walk, enjoy some nature, uh, enjoy a friend, your family, whatever it is, and just because we're gonna need our strength.
Mm-hmm.
God
Mm-hmm.
knows, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yep.
But before we go, instead of words of wisdom, any resolutions that y'all have?
Yes.
Mm.
I have a banjo that a friend gifted to me,
Hey.
and my goal is to learn how to play it in
Ooh.
2026.
Okay.
I'm gonna learn for real. Now that my life has like a more steady pace, a lot more free time, I will be using some of that to play the banjo.
I
I love
love
that.
that. I love that. And you know what? You know what? Here's my resolution. I've got my two guitars sitting here that I have not touched in ages. And I want to get back into it. So we can have
So we
like
can start a
we
band?
can have a family band. Let's do it. More music in 2026.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna
Yeah.
do. All right.
Yeah,
I love it.
yes.
Lee, any resolutions? I know you don't make resolutions.
Correct. But I will be watching the Australian seasons of Traders because I am
Hmm.
all caught up on all the other ones. And I wasn't planning to.
I will say Australia season one, the best of all time.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. Australia season two, the worst of all time, but in the most hilarious way. Like it is such a like I want somebody like some psychologist to do like a study on like Australia season two and groupthink and because it's crazy.
Oh, I
You will
can't
lose
wait.
your mind when you watch it. But I think that Australia season one has the best trader of all time.
Really?
Played the best game of all time.
Okay. All right.
So
I'm already sad.
Australia is a mixed bag. And I will also recommend, if you can get your hands on it, on dailymotion.com, perhaps, here in the US, Traders Ireland, which just wrapped up.
Ah, I'll bet
It
that's a hoot.
it is a hoot and a holler, and there are two gorgeous black women who team up and I won't say what they do, but they are a black lady version of Sherlock and Holmes, and it's amazing.
I might get into that just to watch black
Yeah.
women with Irish accents.
I
Okay.
was about
Yes,
to
and that
say.
What?
too. And that too. And that too. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for us. Review, subscribe, tell your friends, all that stuff. It really, really helps us out, especially going into 2026. We need all the help that we can get. And I think that's going to do it for us. Bye, everybody. Happy New Year.
Bye. Happy New Year. Happy
See you next
Kwanzaa.
year.